the G.I. Joe Dragonfly copter! Wild Bill to the rescue! Major Blood, look! Let's get out of here! Cover turning tail! Wanna live good, buddy?
G.I. Joe!
Hello everybody, this is Master Joe. I'm going to review all the vintage G.I. Joe toys. We got 1983 Dragonfly. Dragonfly is a very cool looking helicopter. It is very realistic, and actually it is based on a real helicopter. The name is AH-1 Super Cobra, which is kind of interesting because a G.I. Joe helicopter is actually based on a vehicle which name is Super Cobra. And the Super Cobra is the first generation of the US military, and that is the armed helicopter. And it began service from the year 1987 till present. And during the year 1980s, because the Apache helicopter is being used, so this helicopter is not at the first ranking in the military, and but still using till present. And this Dragonfly made a first comic book appearance in issue number 16. There is a drill in the G.I. Joe team, so we can see this helicopter show off its firing power. And also in the episode number 1, we can see this Dragonfly helicopter, which is a very cool helicopter throughout the first years in the G.I. Joe animation. Well, so before we look into this vehicle, so let's read the paperwork information about this vehicle. Well, so first we can see this is the artwork in the front box, and here is Assault, a copper, a Dragonfly XH1, which actually from the AH-1. We know that is Super Cobra. So here is a little gimmick here, which is pull the trigger, and you can see the rotating of this rotor, and just like this, which is a very cool feature. And the back of this spot, we can see the extra size of this helicopter. It is a pretty big helicopter here, and this is the pilot, and the name is Wild Bill. So there are some detailed informations. And first is 2 G.I. Joe figures can fit in the cockpit, okay? And here, 2 soft plastic tips are included for ends of the rotor blades, okay, which is this part, and for the safety of the children, so during this rotating will not hurt the children's eyes. And also it is a very robbery tester, okay, and also a very easy lost accessory. And also here is the sticker of the Dragonfly, and here is the foot pack. You can hold G.I. Joe figures. Okay, right here we can see on this landing gear there is 1 foot pack, and we can put 2 G.I. Joe members here, and just like this. Right, so you can see you can put 2 figures here on the each side, but you know, there is one problem is when you put the figure here, you cannot shoot out these missiles, because these missiles will take this figure out of this foot pack. But it's still kind of cool. So this vehicle can accommodate 4 people here. All right, so let's take figures off. All right, so let's continue to read. And also here are 4 removable Scorpion rockets, which is these 4, okay, 2 on each side. Okay, this rocket can also called Sidewinder missile. And we have reviewed the Desert Fox vehicle. On Desert Fox, there's orange missile also called Scorpion. And also here is a pilot whose name is Wild Bill. And also here is the engine cover remove, can show the engine details, which is this part right here. So you can just remove this part, just to press it down and lift it up. So there are some details here, and this is the engine cover, and inside of here it says left. So let's put it on here. All right. Okay, and also you can see this color is green, which is very Vietnam style. We know that in the year 1988, there is another color, which is Tiger Force color, which is also a very popular painting of this vehicle. This vehicle is from 1988, it's Tiger Force. And we're gonna review this color in the future, so let's put it aside. Alright, and here is the blueprint of this vehicle, and there are 20 details here. It is said Assault Copper Dragonfly XH1. Number 1 is Variable Capture Area Air Intake, and which is this part, these 2 holes, is the air intake, okay, for the engine here. And number 2 is 317A High Resolution Radar, which is in the front, just like the nose of the dog here. That is the radar part here. And number 3 is 25mm Vulcan Gatling cannon, which is in the front, the nose gun here. And this is the Gatling gun. Can just swivel from left to right. And this one is the later version in the year 1983. The earliest version of this vehicle is like this. And this Gatling gun, you can lift it up and down. and also can swivel from left to right. This is the first version of this vehicle, and later on, okay, they just change, okay, this head gun into this molded cannot lift and downward, okay, cannon here, because maybe they think this number one is hard to make, number two is very easily broken, and also later Dragonfly also has the same molded head gun here, cannot lift up or go downwards. So this one is very rare, the earliest version of this vehicle. So this cannon can lift up and go downward like this. Number 4 is laser guided 160mm cannon pole. And that is this part. This cannon is connected to the landing gear and also to the main body of this vehicle by these hoses and by this connecting part here. And it's a very nice add-up firepower to this helicopter. And number 5 is carbon reinforced main rotor. That is this top rotor part. And also there is a trigger. You can just press this trigger. It will rotate around. And number 6 is pilot position, which is in the front. That is the pilot position. Actually, you know, this position more like the gunner's position, which because this person can control these head guns in the front. So this position more like the pilot position. And number 7 is diffusion bonded canopy. So that is the canopy here that is see-through glass, and also thanks to these curves, the pilot can have some wider vision. And number 8 is gunner position, which is right here according to the blueprint. Actually, the gunner should be in the front. And number 9 is wide-winder air-to-ground missiles, which is the small missiles here, 2 on this side and 2 on the other side. We can take it down. There are not a lot of details on here, but you can see it is very thin, okay, missile. And also there is a dumbbell shape groove here. You can just plug in this pack here. Okay. And number 10 is Sidewinder HE missiles. So these bigger missiles, okay, it didn't say air-to-air or air-to-ground, so I believe it can do both. Okay, there are some, okay, dumbbell, you can see through right here. Under this missile is a bit hollow here. So when you put this missile on this peg, you better be on this way, and just like this. And number 11 is maintaining its access panel. And that is that this part here can have the access into this mechanism of this vehicle. Number 12 is weapons pylons, which is this part. These, okay, 3 packs here can hook up these missiles on this vehicle. And number 13 is twin turboshaft engines, which is, okay, this part. Okay, there are, okay, turbo engines on this side, also on that side. There are 4 thrusters on the back. And number 14 is a rear horizontal stabilizer, which is these 2 smaller wings at the back, which are the stabilizer for this helicopter. Number 15 is offset V-tail. That is behind it is a very unique design. That is a V-tail behind it. Okay, only to the right side. Number 16 is omnidirectional airspeed indicator, which is this little part, which is also a very easily broken part here. It's a wind indicator. And number 17 is a counter-rotating turbine that is behind this little part. You cannot rotate it, but it is very special design on this vehicle. You cannot see this on the real helicopter. And number 18 is M34 grenade launcher, which is in the front. We know that this one is Vulcan Gatling gun. This one is the grenade launcher. And number 19 is X551 60mm midi cannon, which is in the front. Okay, the side gun. Okay, by the head here. And last but not least is the rescue hook here and also the winch. Okay, under this vehicle we can see there is a slot here and also there is a roller. If you roll it around, okay, the hook will just come down with a string to rescue the vehicle or the personnel. And you can see this line is 16 inches long and it's very sturdy line, so you can continue to roll this, okay, roller. It will lift up, okay, personnel or the vehicles. Alright, and here is how you can assemble this vehicle. It's quite easy. So first put this seat in this body, and there is the gun here, the radar in the front, and here is the see-through glass here, and 2 wings aside. And also these engine covers and these thrusters, and this little trigger here, and also this is the hook and winch mechanism, the landing gear, which is also very easily broken, and this is a set gun, and also this rotor on the top. You can put the figure inside of here, and here are some stickers to add up these vehicle's details. And this is title card of the pilot. He is a helicopter pilot, and his code name is Wild Bill. His real name is Hardy William, so his name is really Bill here. And his primary military specialty is helicopter pilot. His second military specialty is fixed-wing pilot and aircraft armorer. His birthplace is Texas. And Hardy served as a combat infantryman and participated in LRRP, long-range reconnaissance patrol operations during Southeast Asian debacle. Re-enlisted for Flight Warranty Officer School and has since remained in service. Specialized training classified. And a qualified weapon is M1191A auto pistol, preferred using action .45 long Scott revolvers, and XM16 attack rifle. Amiable and slow-talking, fancies himself a country western singer, totally honest in personal dealings, but not beyond spinning a tall tale for the amusement for the comrade. Alright, so this is the Wild Bill, so let's see the toys here. Alright, so this is the helicopter and the pilot here. We can see the figure first, that is a Wild Bill, okay, which is a very cool figure here. And this figure's color is the green. It is a very classic looking Texas officer here. The hat is a governor officer's hat here. So if you watch the TV series The Walking Dead, the Rick's hat is just like this. And also there is the dog tag, is a personal information, and also his head scout is very detailed. He's a nice person indeed. And this little jacket reminds me of the cowboy. And here is a K-bar fighting knife. And there is communication, okay, device here. And his belt is the bull head belt, which is a silver pen, very easily wear off. And also he using this revolver here, two revolvers in the holsters. There are some pouches can put in some personal stuff. Okay, and the color is green. Okay, and this is a brown jacket, and he is a very thin person because this cockpit is kind of a small here, so you cannot put a very tall and strong figure inside this cockpit. And we can see the brand name of this figure is made in Hong Kong, and also in his inner thigh we can see the year is 1983. So this is the figure Wild Bill. And also this is the chopper, in the front is the head gun, this is the Gatling gun, and also this is the grenade thrower. It can swivel around. The early version can lift up and downwards. And this is the sight gun here, which is nice add up to the firepower. This is a pack you can put figure on here, and this is a sight gun. We can just take it apart. Okay, just like this. It is also very easy losing part, and this is the hose is connected to this sight gun. And also there is another pack down here, cannot move around. You can just put these hoses on the body of this vehicle here. And also to connect this little pack, okay, to the landing gear. Alright, and also there are, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4 smaller missiles and 2, okay, bigger missiles can put under these wings here, which is very cool, add up to the power here. And this is the first generation of the armed helicopter. Alright, and here is the engine cover. You can take it off, you can press it down and lift it up here. So the both side of the engine, there are some engine details and they are the same molded. Well, so we can see that both sides of the engine details are exactly the same, which is very nice, okay, looking details here, because kids like to watch some engine details. Okay, when they see that, they know that that is the state of art. And also this is the trigger. You'll just press the trigger, the rotor will just rotate around. And also there is, okay, this protection for the keys, which is a nice touch here. And also back here is the stabilizer, and this is the wind indicator. And all in all, this is a very sturdy toy. And also there are a lot of stickers on this toy, and this one is the Dragonfly. Okay, abbreviation is DF. Okay, so it is a very sturdy toy. And here is the thrusters. You can see there are also some details inside of the thrusters. And this cockpit can lift up. We can see, okay, it is a very thin, okay, plastic, very easily broken. The inside is some detail you can see here. So thanks to the stickers, there are some gauges, there are some panels here, and also inside of there is a very narrow space. Okay, so you cannot put some very strong, big figure inside of here. Alright, and this is the review for today, and its name is Dragonfly. It's based on the AH-1, a Super Cobra, which is also a very cool vehicle. So if you like Vietnam War, and this vehicle is a must-have. And also in the movies like Con Air, like Mission Impossible 3, you can see this vehicle's performance. Very cool looking vehicle indeed. Well, so if you like today's video, please press like and subscribe to my channel. I'll leave some comments here, because your like and your subscribe to my channel are really my motivation to make, for me to make more of this video in the future. I'm planning to make 800 100 of these vehicles, which is 250 vehicles and 550 figures. And thank you for your support, and thank you again for watching today's video. See you next time.
I got that sunshine in my pocket, got